A zoo starts having trouble with their prize gorilla. Normally a gentle and kind beast, Coco, the gorilla, started acting out violently, throwing objects at visitors and scaring the children, breaking things in her enclosure and not eating. The zookeepers were puzzled at what had gotten into Coco, and after the vet did a round of tests, it was determined that Coco was in heat and sexually frustrated. The zoo staff called all the other zoos in the area to try and find Coco a mate, but were unsuccessful. Visitors were avoiding her enclosure, and park attendance was dropping fast, so they were desperate for a solution. The zookeepers all met up at the restaurant in the park to brainstorm ideas, and they eventually came to the conclusion that one of them was going to have to be a hero and pleasure Coco themselves. Understandably, not wanting to have their units mangled or ripped clean off by a 400-pound horny gorilla, volunteers were hard to come by. Just as they were about to scrap the idea, Joe the janitor came around the corner polishing the floors. Joe was a hulking giant of a man and hairy to boot. What he gained in size, though, he lost in brains. Joe was incredibly stupid. Seeing their potential hero, the zookeepers quickly pooled any cash they had on them, and the manager got up from the bar and approached Joe. "Hey Joe, you've heard about Coco, right? Well, we were wondering if for $250 you would be willing to make love to her." Joe hesitated for a moment and then said, "Well, love life has been a bit slow these few years, but I'll have to go home and think about it, I figure." The manager shakes his hand and dismisses him for the night. The next morning, everyone is anxiously waiting for Joe's arrival, and they all crowd around him as he enters the staff room. "Well, I thunk about it long and hard, and I will do it on 3 conditions." Everyone lets out a sigh of relief and impatiently asks Joe for his conditions. "First, I don't want to have to kiss her. I never done seen her brush her teeth." They all agree and tell him to continue. "Second, if I get her prego, I don't want to have to pay child support. I already got 3 that I got to do that for." They all once again agree, trying not to make Joe feel dumb, and press him for his final condition. "Well, you're gonna have to give me a few more days to come up with the $250.